Friday. It's Faith-Filled Fridays. I hope everyone had a great week, and I know you're going to have an even greater weekend. I want to get right on the word today, and I want to ask you, what are you hearing? What are you hearing? What are you hearing? And I'm asking you this question because it's so vital, because in Romans 10:17 it says that faith cometh by hearing, and hearing the word of God. So whatever you are listening to and whatever you are hearing can affect your faith. It can sometimes take your faith meter on low, because if you're listening to people around you telling you that your situation's not going to work and telling you that they don't see how you're going to get through, I want to tell you today that you don't have to listen to them. That the only person that you should be listening to is what God says about your situation, is what God says about you. So what are you hearing today? Sometimes we have to remove ourselves and we have to close ourselves off from listening to everyone else, and we have to listen straight to God, and we have to listen to the word of God. See, in Proverbs 18:21, it says that death and life are in the power of the tongue. So you have to always keep the word of God on your tongue. Always keep speaking the word of God in every situation that you're going through. Every day is a struggle. Every day we go through different circumstances, whether it's on our job, whether it's with our families, our friends, or just in everyday life. But if we continue to speak life and we continue to hear life, we will begin to see life manifest. If we continue to speak blessings and favor and abundance and healing upon our bodies and believe it, we will begin to see it. Because sometimes we have to speak things even when we don't see it. And that is the hardest thing, to continue to speak life in situations where you see no way out. Is continue to hear life and to hear that you're going to be blessed and to hear that God's going to get you out, even when you don't even know how it's going to happen, because everywhere around you doesn't look like it's going to happen. But you have to understand that you have a big, big God. And he says in Romans 10:17 that faith cometh by hearing, and hearing the word of God. And his word is life. And he came to life, and that we may have life and more abundantly. So I'm here to tell you today to hear the word of God over every situation in your life. I want to tell you a story. I went to a location that I had never been before, and I was at an airport, and I had one of my friends. She was coming to pick me up, and I said, "I don't see you." She had given me the color of her car. She had told me where she was, and I picked up the phone and I said, "I don't see you." So she led me by her voice. I heard her tell me every location. She said, "Turn right, come down a little bit further, come down, my car is this color, I have on this type of shirt, I'm standing right here." And eventually, when I kept listening to her, I turned and I looked and I saw her, and she was waving, and I had got that point of contact that I had been wanting. So I'm here to tell you today, just keep hearing the voice of God. Keep hearing the word of God over your life, because eventually, when you keep on hearing the word of God and you keep on hearing the life being spoken into your life, eventually you'll look up and your destiny will be waving at you. You'll look up and your blessing will be waving at you. You'll look up and your healing will be waving at you. You'll look up and your restoration will be waving at you. Just hear the abundance of rain for your life. Hear the word of God over your life. Just continue to hear it, and you will begin to see it. I know sometimes it doesn't feel like it and it doesn't look like it, but keep remembering that faith cometh by hearing, and hearing the word of God. And the more that you hear it, the more that you will believe it, and eventually it will be waving at you and right in front of your face. I hope you were blessed by this message. I will see you next week.